everyone on the World Wide Web, Brian here. One day it's Friday, and the next thing you know, it's Friday again. So you know what that means. It's time to fix some ballet. And what better day to do it than on Fix It Friday? Thank goodness it's Fix It Friday. Today we're going to talk about Pas de Cheval. And we're also going to talk a little bit about envelope. So let's get to it. Here we are again. Today we're going to talk about Pas de Cheval, or horse's step, or step of the horse. Comment down below how many steps you know of that are named after animals, not counting pas de chat or saut de chat. All right, step of the horse. So when I teach Pas de Cheval to the kids, I teach it sur le coup de pied, wrapped. So we're in fifth position. We're already rotating. We're using our rotation. Our glutes are engaged, our inner thighs engaged, our abdominals are engaged. We're going to use the head of the femur inside the hip socket. We're going to use our lateral glutes, and we're going to keep our pelvis on our standing leg and forward over our toes as we rotate. And what do we do to rotate? What's our mantra? Hip, knee, foot. We go hip, knee, foot into sur le coup de pied. And then we make a slight arc as we bring the heel forward. This is a good position because it gets that heel forward. And we do a slight arc up and down. We can go à terre to the floor, or we can go en l'air, in the air, into a dégagé height, ankle height. But we can also do it without wrapping and doing coup de pied, going through just the front of the ankle to the front and to the side and to the back, going coup de pied derrière. Now, to clarify, what I do as a teacher and what I have come to do, so that there's no question as to what I want, I use coup de pied in the same way I use retiré, and I use coupe the same way I would use passe. So when I say coup de pied or coup de pied devant, my students are going to know that I want this, a position, because I use coup de pied as a position, because we would go coup de pied devant and then close where we came from. The same way in retiré, I go to the knee and go back to where I came from to withdraw. And then in coupe, though usually in the center we use coupe with a change of feet, I use coupe at the bar, or in the center as well sometimes, as a change cutting through. Same way as passe, I go from one position to the next, passing through the knee. Coupe I would do cutting through the ankle, going through the front or back to front. After I have introduced through the coup de pied pas de cheval to my students, I generally don't use the wrap anymore. I would just go to the front of the ankle or to the back of the ankle to the back. And that's just a personal preference. And in Pas de Cheval, the accent is out, like you're dealing cards. Out. So with the foot, I would go out, accent, out. Not necessarily up and out, but out, because it has to be really quick. Out. You know how I talk, very quickly. And with envelope, it's the opposite. Enveloped, out, in. I would go out, in. Now this would have two accents, out, in, and then close, of course. Same thing to the side, out, in, going to the next position, and down into the back, out, in, and close. And the hard thing about closing from the coup de pied derrière is making sure that we don't go toes first and then heel this way so I'm turned in. We don't want that, but I have to grow taller, pulling up and bringing that heel forward and closing into a nice, clean, tight fifth. And that's hard, but we know ballet is hard, right? Life is hard, ballet is harder. The good thing about sur le coup de pied is that it really trains your foot to shape nicely, having the heel forward and the toes down. And I know a lot of the times people think they can't feel their toes because as teachers, we always say, point your toes. But that actually isn't what we really want, because what we actually do is we point our ankle. We point our ankle and we lengthen our toes. We point the ankle and we lengthen the toes. Otherwise, what I see a lot of the times is almost as if they're doing the opposite, bringing those toes forward and the heel back, especially when we go to the side. I see this so often, and it's not attractive. It's really like fingernails on a chalkboard to me when I see something like this. Heel forward, big toe on the floor. Pas de Cheval devant, as we talked about in the past, goes the center line of the body, nose, belly button or belly button, and toes right in line. A second, directly side of the body, and derriere, we know it goes in line with the spine. Why? Because it rhymes. Spine and line rhyme, not rhyme and spine. That doesn't rhyme. In the same way that girl and world don't rhyme. Dear writers of pop songs, girl and world do not rhyme. Please make a note of it. When we're doing the exercise, we want to keep our weight on our standing leg, right? And then we finish, we're done. We put the period at the end of the sentence or the exclamation point. I'm done, I can put weight on both feet. A lot of the times what I see is basically just not rotating. We would just lift the foot and keep the knee going forward and out. Instead of rotating, using our mantra, hip, knee, foot, knee back and out, instead of, even though this looks more like a horse would prance this way, right? But we want an elegant rotated horse, more like a cat. Another thing I see when we do multiple pas de chevals, if I'm doing two to the side, we just sort of, again, do like a prance, which a horse would do in actuality, but we don't want that. We don't want that. We want to see pas de cheval close fifth, pas de cheval close fifth each time, pas de cheval and fifth, pas de cheval and fifth, and any position, pas de cheval and fifth, pas de cheval and fifth, pas de cheval and fifth, pas de cheval and fifth. We must hit that nice, clean, tight fifth position each time. Every position should be clean, exact, and precise. All right, let's construct a pas de cheval exercise. We're gonna prepare arms first, open second. Pas de cheval devant en l'air, right? Pas de cheval piqué, close fifth. So the accent is out on the pas de cheval and the accent is up on the piqué. So we go pas de cheval piqué, close fifth. Enveloppe, close fifth, coupe, close back, derriere. Then we go to the back. Pas de cheval piqué, close fifth. Enveloppe, close fifth, coupe, close fifth, devant. Then we go à la seconde, to the side. Pas de cheval piqué, close fifth. Enveloppe, close fifth, coupe, close fifth. Then we do two pas de chevals à la seconde. Pas de cheval, close fifth. Pas de cheval, close fifth. Coupe, close fifth. Then passe, what? Say what? What you talking about, Brian? Threw a little wrench in there for you, just to make sure you're awake. And then we do passe, close back. And then you're not done. You have to reverse it. You're not done. And you know what they say, it ain't over until the ballerina does her fouettes. Who says that? Oh, I do. Pas de cheval piqué, close fifth. Enveloppe, close fifth. Coupe, close fifth. Pas de cheval piqué, close fifth. Enveloppe, close fifth, coupe, close fifth. To the side, pas de cheval piqué, close fifth. Enveloppe, close fifth, coupe, close fifth. Pas de cheval, close fifth, pas de cheval, close fifth, coupe, passe, close fifth. Then, when we're done, we're going to, sur le coup de pied, wrap the foot, let go of the bar, and balance flat first. If you want, you can rise up to demi-point without the bar, right? Now, I always tell my students to not rely on me, but to fix themselves, because that's how they learn. What did I do wrong and how can I fix it? So, as we do your balance and you're gonna rise up, if you rise up and you fall back, we're leaning back. If you go up and you fall into the bar, you're lifting your hip, and that will pull you into the bar. If you swing into the bar like this, that means we're not engaging your rotation, your glutes are not engaged. And if we go away from the bar, then we're not over the center line of our body, and we're just going up and falling that way. Just a warning, this is fast. It's mad fast. It's mad city fast. And it's like I tell my students, in ballet, sometimes you gotta move fast. Hey, I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch some of my videos. If you like this video, please consider frapping that like button. Also consider bottoming that subscribe button. Also, if you know someone that needs a laugh or needs some help with their pas de cheval, please share the video. Oh, also I got my hair cut. What do you think? This is the front, and this is the back. Also, let me know if you caught this reference. What do you think? This is the front, and this is the back. Thank you very much. See you again. Bye-bye.